Hello everyone, this is the TheNotSoSadPanda here saying hello! So, it's the first time you guys are actually seeing me and stuff, so hi, how you doing? Um, so, it was my first con recently. I went to Florida Supercon, and I just thought I should share my experience with you guys and, put this out there so, you guys can know what I thought. Like I said, it's my first one, I've never been to any. A lot of my friends actually went to them in high school, but now like no one goes anymore because they have jobs and other responsibilities and whatnot to do with their money because it is a little expensive going to them. First things first, for Supercon was good. It was great. I mean, I had a great time. Met a lot of people. Met stars. Just people like everyone there had something in common with their something to that extent. So it was great when it came to that. You guys also notice that you can probably hear me. The last couple of videos has been a little low. At least as far as things I record on the computer have been low because I had it like the way it was set up. It was set to go to the internal speakers and not into the headset. So that's why it's been low. So first things first, things you're gonna need when you go to a con, because this is things I really didn't know ahead of time. Because, like I said, a lot of my friends don't even go to them anymore. I guess I could have asked, but I'm a guy that's just not how I roll. But the first thing you're gonna need when you go to a con is money. Always bring more money than what you think you're going to need, because there's vendors that sell exclusive toys, posters, memorabilia, blah blah blah. Not to mention if you're getting con food, which we'll get to that in a minute. The second thing you're going to need, above anything else you might think you need or going to need, like showers. I showered every day I was there, or every night when I came back, and then every day when I went, just because that's just hygienic to do, and plus, I'm a big guy, you get sweaty, and never mind. Um, Above everything else other than money, well, not above money, but probably next up on the list is you're going to need the Bible. You're going to need the events, like, what's this? What's it called? It's right here, program guide. You're going to need the program guide more than likely. Unless you want to keep checking your app on your phone or the website. But I don't recommend you do that because you're going to kill your phone. And unless you're one of those people that always catches the charger on you, I don't keep the charger on me. So program guide was a big help. I didn't get it till about like half the day. The first day I was there, just because I didn't know. So I was constantly checking my phone. My phone was like half dead. It was like 3 o'clock, and I seen people with a map, and I'm like, oh, I need the map. Where's the map? And they're just like, oh, it's in the books in the front. And I'm like, where's the front? Tell me. Because I didn't know. These were things I didn't know. So, it was just something I had to catch on to kind of deal. So, going on to another little part of this is things you need to know. The Bible. Have this, okay? Have the agenda, the events, whatever. Even if you have to print them out at home, have them, because they have the times, a map, the people that are going to be there, the booth numbers, the whole. Just have it. Any way you can get it, just get it. Just have it with you. I myself grabbed like 3 or 4 of these things when I was actually there. One, because there was another one with the. Hold on, I have it here. There's another cover, so I had to have the one with the different cover on it too. But I grabbed a couple of them just because I had, left it up in my room one time, or 2 times actually, and I still didn't know what was going on, so I needed to kind of have it. Next things next. Yes, that was great English. No one asked you. Next things next. Get a parking pass. Most places you're gonna have to have a parking pass regardless, but this was the DoubleTree Hilton, and they already made you pay for parking at the hotel. But the event parking was, it was you already had to pay for parking regardless. But they had a parking pass that allowed you to get in and out, and I didn't think I needed it. It was like, oh, I brought plenty of money, whatever. I brought more than enough, or at least what I thought was more than enough, and I just dropped my pen and I was playing with that. Damn it. Um, and damn chair. I'm gonna get the pen. I'm gonna get the pen. Um, but yeah, I got the pen. All right, so I didn't think I needed it, but get it, get it. Because if you can avoid getting con food, do it because it's expensive. I paid like $6.50 for a pizza, and I'm just talking like just a pizza. Actually, the first day I was once again I was stupid. I didn't know. The first day I got a hamburger, and it was I think $5.50 or something. And it was just a hamburger. That's all. There was no fries, no drink, no nothing. The drink was like an additional $4. It was ridiculous on how expensive it was. I can go to the concerts down here at the where I am, and I can at least get some fries with that, and a soda is only like $2. So felt a little chipped and ripped off, but I guess that's the price. I can't really scratch my head. I pay for not knowing any better and not asking, and I need to make a little adjustment. A little adjustment. Okay. Um. So yeah, get the parking pass if you can. If you can afford it, it was like an extra $2. I didn't know any better, so kind of lost out on that. Next, this honestly applies to me and maybe some other of you. Um, but I made a reservation way in advance. I made it in February, right when the event was, available for tickets nearly. And I only made it for 2 days, and it's a 4-day event. So I was only staying 2 nights, and I was looking and searching and asking all over for the third night, because at the time I didn't think I could afford it. But then I ended up being able to afford it, but then I couldn't have a room that was right there downstairs from the convention. So it was very inconvenient. Also, while we're talking about that, if there is a hotel, unless you live in the area, of course. I mean, I do live within driving distance. Well, not ridiculously distance from it, but I didn't want to end up driving an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on traffic, just to get there. And leaving at like 3 a.m. and going back when it opened, or 12 o'clock, whatever, and then repaying for parking. Although I guess when it came to food, it probably would have been a little bit smarter. But hey, um, completely lost my train of thought. Get the parking pass. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Um, oh no, we were talking about hotel rooms. Yeah. So if there are hotels partnered where you get special prices or whatever and all that, get those rooms if you can afford it, because they're really close or convenient depending, and it would have saved me a whole lot of trouble, and which is going to bring me to my next point. Bring your own food and drinks and all that if you can. Once again, I mean, you can keep them in your car. You can go in and out all day and all that. And also, if you have a room, you can keep it in the room. So, you can just run back to the room if there's like an hour in between, sit down, turn on the TV, have the AC on like 60 because you're not paying the electric bill, and eat some of your own food and drink, or maybe even have a couple people over or whatever. Or do what I was thinking about doing the third day. Just go out and get like 10 pizzas from Little Caesars, $5 or whatever, and go ahead and sell them for $2 a slice out of your trunk or something. Hey, whatever. They would have saved a whole lot of money and would have been able to afford a whole lot more pizza. That was a win-win. I get money, they get pizza. I don't see the problem. Although I probably would have got kicked out, but that's another story completely. Oh yeah, some events will fill. This is under, like for example, I had the Walking Dead panel on both Thursday and Saturday, completely full. Thank God I went there 45 minutes early, or else I never would have got in. There was the second panel, which had Rick's son, I forget his name, was part of the panel, and that there was a line from the door when the event that was in that room prior to that event starting was already a line for that. But I actually got into that, so that was great. Talked to some of the cast members and all that. Um, and a couple other things that were for Daniel Mackey, which is a YouTube star person. I didn't know who she was by name. I knew who she was when I saw the pink hair. But she was very nice. She was very soft. Her room was packed. There was like 16 people outside. I was one of the 16 waiting outside trying to listen, but she wasn't talking quite loud enough, so I kind of just like left because I couldn't even hear her. DC Douglas was another full one, even though it was 1 a.m. He was reading off fan fiction, which was just hilarious. It was just funny. He was a very nice and funny guy, anyways. And I guess it was the first time he had done anything like that. I'm not sure if that meant the con or just reading the fan fiction or whatever, but he really liked it, and he loved that so many of us showed up to such a late panel and all that just to see him or hear him and all that. And he was like one of the exceptional people I met there that I really didn't know what they looked like or didn't know who they were, and were just like genuinely like kind of like awestruck that he had that many fans, especially waiting till 1 a.m. to see him and hear him and all that. So that was really cool. Pineapple Shaped Lambs did a comedy sketch or whatever, kind of like a Whose Line Is It Anyways. That was another one. That thing was so full, so full. That was another one where the line was going out the door, waiting already, an hour before the event even started, and that was just, I didn't get in. There was no way. I got there like 25 minutes before it started, and there was already a line down the hall. I'm just like, I know how big that room is. I was already in that room for like 3 or 4 different panels or events or whatever, and that room only holds like 50 people. There's no way I'm getting in there. Kevin Smith was actually super full for his podcast of all that. If you don't know who Kevin Smith is, which he did Clerks, Jay and Silent Bob. He does Comic Book Men, excuse me, on AMC now. And yeah, he was in the main event hall, and all the chairs are full. Like, there were people standing and sitting all the way back, like by where they were doing the championship wrestling, which was hilarious because they said they were pro, but I'm not really sure that they were pro, because I heard them actually like hit a couple times. Like, actually, I know they actually hit and make physical contact, but it's one of those things, like when you hear one of them hit and you see them like both kind of look at each other like, dude, why'd you hit me that hard? And the other guy's like, sorry, bro, just and that's exactly what it was like. But they were funny in general, and Kevin Smith was just funny and super nice too. Overall, most people were really nice. There were a couple people that remain nameless for now. That were just complete, they didn't want to really answer any questions or do, like, if they were voice actors, they didn't want to do any of their voices, or they were just kind of like, I'm here kind of deal. And then there were other people like Jason David Frank and DC Douglas that were just like, oh my god, there's so many of you, this is so great, which Jason David Frank was a great guy. I had never met him, but if you don't know who Jason David Frank is, he's the original Green Ranger for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I did a VIP meet greet and on him. I got the VIP pass. I'll grab it real quick. Alright, that worked great. It was like hanging up on a hook and stuff, and I just yanked it off first try, so that was great. But yeah, I got the VIP pass and all that. I didn't really need it. I didn't know that if I was going to or not, but I wasn't getting a bunch of autographs or anything like that, so it really wasn't worth it for me, which kind of sucks because it was a little bit more money than the regular 4-day, but I could have gone away with the regular 4-day if I had known, but I didn't. Another thing, didn't know. I just didn't know. But overall, I would say it was a great event. There were lots of fun. Most of the people there were extremely nice. And, once again, I mean, if you're going to an event like that and you're already interested in that kind of stuff, more than likely everyone there that you meet, you're gonna have something in common with or want to talk to. It's kind of like, um, let's say for instance that you like, I don't know, Doctor Who, because that was a big pop culture thing, and it's a big show here now, especially now too, um, especially with BBC America now being a channel and most cable companies. Um, but there were all those events were full or near full. Like it was crazy, but like it's it's one of those things. If you went to a Doctor Who convention, you know that everyone in there is just as big a fan, if not even more big of a fan than you are. And that's someone you can automatically like go ahead and be like, hey, I really like that episode with the lizard people. I don't know their names, and Doctor Who fans right now are just like, don't talk about it if you don't know anything about it. But I'm going to, blah blah blah, and the Daleks are just like, exterminate, and the one that turned like half human and they killed him automatically. He's all right. But I don't know what happened to that. Um, but yeah, like it's just one of those things. If you go there, you're already pretty much already know that everyone you meet there, you're gonna have something to come with, or at least you'll be able to have a somewhat intelligent conversation with them for an extended amount of time. It was just a great experience. And the people, like I said, the people there were so nice and down to earth. Most of them, anyway. Some of them were complete jerks. Um, but yeah, I had a great time. It was great. If you can go to one, go to one. I didn't know there were so many local ones. Like I saw, went to it was a late night thing, but it was like, it was an organization that, has like multiple groups in multiple areas that keep track of all the events in the area and like, hey, the group's going to be there, so and we're going to have a panels and blah blah blah. So like these are the panels, and if you want to show up and all that, don't worry about people that you don't know. We're going to be there. The community's going to be there. So these are people you're probably have interacted at some point or another on forums or something. And those were really nice people too. They were funny. But like I said, I really didn't know all this really went down here, and but yeah, it was kind of like normal, like, well, at least as normal as you can get. Some of them I'm pretty sure were serial killers, but that's another story entirely. But yeah, it was so much fun. It's a great experience. It hurt my wallet a lot. It cried, but it's fine. It'll be fine. um. But yeah, I just wanted to share my experience and give any tips to anybody like me that hasn't been out there or was wondering what Supercon's like and anything like that. It was just a lot of fun. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. So this is the Not So Sad Panda signing out. Also, I hope you look forward to the channel changes coming very soon. Basically doing a whole revamp if you haven't heard. But I'll talk to you guys later. So once again, this is Not So Sad Panda signing off. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.